And our reporter Kath Landers joins us now from the scene of the tragedy. Good evening, Kath. The driver has now been charged.
Good evening, Janice. That's right. Brett Andrew Button has been charged with 10 counts of dangerous driving occasioning death. Now, we understand he was arrested shortly after the crash. He spent the day answering police questions at Cessnock Police Station, and tonight he remains behind bars.
Argentina's newly elected president has announced a raft of reforms aimed at restoring the faltering economy and curbing extraordinary inflation. The measures include the privatisation of state companies and cuts to government subsidies. That sparked angry protests that were met with a heavy police presence.
On the doorstep of the presidential palace, anger mounts over sweeping austerity measures. Despite resistance from police and government threats to cut off aid payments to anyone who blocked thoroughfares, thousands made their way to Plaza de Mayo. Florida's no stranger to wild weather, but Helene hit harder than many were prepared for.
Our day, only got a little bit of water in my house and I could do repairs. Debbie, it messed up stuff, just little minor stuff. This has took my whole life.
US Democratic presidential hopeful Kamala Harris has hit the battleground state of Georgia armed with star power supporters. Barack Obama, Bruce Springsteen and Samuel L. Jackson telling voters they're in a fight for the future of America, while Republican candidate Donald Trump delivered his message in Arizona, saying the country has become a garbage can for the world.
In front of her largest rally yet, Kamala Harris delivered an entourage of A-listers with a fear for the future.
We've seen that horror show before, and there's no way, no how we gonna make America great again.
Ms Higgins told the court she increased the contrast of the image to make it easier to see the bruise. It was then revealed under questioning that the image was a screenshot taken before a meeting with the network, and she could not provide the original, which would have contained data indicating where and when it was taken. It's now up to the magistrate to determine whether Mr Duggan is eligible for surrender to the US. If he is, it'll be the Attorney General who decides whether or not the extradition goes ahead. Cases like this can take months, even years. In the meantime, Mr Duggan is likely to remain in custody. ABS data out today reveals median employee earnings rose $50 a week in the 12 months to August, while the job vacancy rate still sits just above 3%, reaffirming the particularly tight labour market. After days of uncertainty,
the situation in Lebanon, terrible, very bad.
The relief evident, as many faced a potentially perilous journey to the airport.
You hear the rockets falling, but your hand is on your heart because you have absolutely no idea where they're going to fall.
Her reign of 70 years has been a beacon of stability through decades of rapid change, both here, Great Britain, and throughout the world.
Flags nationwide remain at half-mast as additional church services are held for the woman dubbed the Defender of the Faith. As the head of the Anglican Church, the monarch is held dear to many. During her numerous trips to Australia, the Queen often visited St Andrew's Cathedral. The last time, in 2006, she sat in this very spot, surrounded by people celebrating her visit. Today, they are here to celebrate her life. From all the tributes given today, there was one prevailing sentiment. Barry Humphries was just as funny off the stage as he was on it. His humour sparked joy in all those who met him and has left a legacy that won't easily be forgotten.
Like Robin Williams, like Billy Connolly, he was a raconteur of incredible importance.
And reporter Kath Landers joins us now live from Bathurst. Kath, good evening to you. Everyone wants to know what's expected in the coming days.
Good evening, Anton. Well, the rain has largely cleared across New South Wales. That's certainly the case here in Bathurst, where we've had clear skies for most of the afternoon, but the catchment is soaked, meaning that water is still running into the streams and the rivers. Now, the Macquarie River behind me has actually been increasing throughout the day, despite the fact we've really had no rain.
I love your outfits. You look like me.
While Santa dished out fashion advice, these guys could possibly give the old man some tips on squeezing down small spaces. While most Australians enjoy some R&R, spare a thought for our emergency services who are on call 365 days a year to help those in trouble. Not just the fireys, but doctors, nurses, police and ambos.
It's always a lot of camaraderie here, but especially on Christmas. You know, we were away from our families and friends, so we are a big family here at City of Sydney, so we try and enjoy the day together.
Kath Landers, SBS World News.